Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Two new ones from Maxace. I have absolutely no idea what these are. They just sort of arrived, but Maxace is one of those companies where I accept that because Maxace makes really interesting stuff, and sometimes they make stuff that's incredible that you can't really find anywhere else. So either way, I'll have links for whatever these are down in the description. I do have a discount code for Maxace, so if you want to use that, you can. It's down there as well. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. So I'm gonna, the black one. Yeah, I think we're gonna open this one first. So as usual, we have the little seal here. Let's just cut right through it with the ever-doling obsidian toenail. And we have, this is called the Toucan, and it's in PEI. Oh boy, we've got something weird. This, what the heck? Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So this is 10 CR, 15 CO MOV, which I believe is the Chinese equivalent of VG10. So this is maybe not quite a budget knife, but close. And now I'm realizing this is probably not, I thought this might be a locking system, but I bet it's just a liner lock. So this is just a straightforward liner lock. I believe what's happening here is Maxace trying to bring some of their Maxace-ness to a less expensive territory of the knife world. And that's good because the budget knife world, like if we're talking about the sub $50 pocket knife world, this is going to be more than that, almost certainly. The sub $50 pocket knife world is great for, like good, as far as the good portion of it. There's definitely a lot of sub $50 knives that are garbage. But as far as the good ones, you don't see a lot. Sometimes you see some variation. We don't see a lot of venturing off the beaten path. We see a lot of very knifey knives. You know what I mean? Like the I find it so ironic. A lot of the more expensive stuff, you get people going, do they even know how to make like a utilitarian blade? Like people, obviously, it's not that there's like a lot of mystery and nobody knows how, and only the top tier, like ultra premium knife makers know how to make a functional pocket knife. As it turns out, general functionality, good blade geometry, good ergonomics, all of that stuff is kind of what most knife makers start out making and perfecting before they venture into wild and crazy exotic stuff, right? It's quite the opposite of what people assume. It's really not that mysterious, but Maxace can do both. Obviously, they can make the simple, straightforward, utilitarian stuff, and they can also make wild and crazy stuff, and they work with, a lot of varying materials. This isn't too wild and crazy, but it is different, and assuming that it is where it should be, in my opinion, under $75, I have a feeling it's probably not going to be, but if it was, then this is cool because this makes for this would make for a sub $75 pocket knife that would be quite a bit different. I mean, it's larger, definitely, than what we typically see at that price point. And then we have this interesting back spacer and scale combination here. I'm going to guess that it's probably over $100. That's just what I would guess. It probably shouldn't be over $100, but it probably is. I just haven't looked at it. I'm going in blind to this unboxing, so I can only guess. But it's a cool knife. Nothing, super wild and crazy or, like way, way off the beaten path. Like I said, it's simple liner lock, but you have the Maxace typical consistency in quality control. No, blade play or lock arc or anything like that. There's a little bit of lock stick there. We have a simple steel pocket clip and no mounting position for lefties. Interesting back spacer though, kind of neat. I'm wondering if this is titanium. Yeah, so the problem with there is that I think we might be bumping up the price tag, If I find out that this is a sub $75 pocket knife, I think it's awesome, right? But there's a lot of indicators here that suggest that it's not going to be under $75. It's neat, right? Probably not something that's going to, I'm going to guess probably not something that's going to fly off the shelves. Now this other one here is, I guess their newest variation of this. This is the Black Mirror, and this is S. Oh, so are we doing a less expensive version of the Black Mirror as well? That's good. That should have happened a long time ago. The Black Mirror is an example of Maxace showing that they know perfectly well how to make a straightforward, utilitarian EDC knife. So, oh, what the heck? So hold on now. This might not be a budget variation. I have no idea. What on earth is going on here? Purple G10 with, is it like gold aluminum? Or, yeah, I mean, maybe. It's not heavy enough to be, some other material. So, typical Black Mirror blade shape, 14C28N. I'll tell you what, this is a simple liner lock, but this is absolutely Maxace trying to appeal to people who shop at a lower price point, or more budget-conscious price point. If they manage to get this under $75, this is super cool. Not that it's specifically doing anything different in like how the knife will function as an EDC knife, but as far as the aesthetic and your combination of materials here, the fact that they have this, what I'm going to guess is gold. It's almost like a coppery gold anodized aluminum. I don't see stuff like this under 75 hardly ever. So 14C28N, beautiful blade shape there with that sheep's foot. This is the Black Mirror. I own, I think, 3 variations of the Black Mirror. Really, really awesome knife. And, they should be able to get this under $75 because their Black Mirror in M390, S90V, that has always been a like 140 to 160. Like it's always been right around the $150 price point for tie and a premium blade steel. So, just doing G10 with steel liners and this sort of aluminum with 14C28N, I would venture to guess that this is a budget knife. And if that's the case, it's not going to appeal to everybody, but for people wanting to get something that's a little bit more flashy or just a little bit more aesthetically interesting, while it is still a good functional EDC tool, I think that this is going to appeal to a lot of people. I think this is pretty neat. Wire clip, that's kind of the only bummer thing on this. It's like, well, what else they do? They made like a simple stamped black clip, right? But no ergonomic hotspot because of the clip. These scales do feel pretty chunky. I'm just going to let you guys know. They're not like, oh my God, it's so thick I can't. No, they do feel pretty chunky. The action is phenomenal on it though. Simple liner lock. It'd be nice if they'd have done like a top liner lock or something like that, but okay, simple liner lock, it's fine. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Is this, I might have to adjust the pivot on that one. No, never mind. It looks fine. What about this guy? This guy also, I think, is just fine. Let's do some measurements on these guys, and we'll weigh them. And then the next time you see them will be in the form of a full-length review. So the overall length here for the Black Mirror, I think the blade shape is slightly different on this version. This is a 7.5-inch knife with, 3.35 inches of blade. And this big guy here, the first one, which again was the Toucan. I don't think I actually ever showed that, the Toucan. This big guy here coming in at 9 inches with a 4-inch blade and 3.85 inches of cutting edge. Again, I mean, if they manage to get this guy at like $74, cool. That's cool. It's just a liner lock, but it's PEI. Not everybody likes the PP plastic, right? But it's a nice big VG10 folder, and we typically don't see that in budget territory. I just worry with the most likely titanium backspacer and, because it's not VG10, it's the Chinese equivalent of VG10, which should not be hyper expensive. Maybe they do land that under $75. I mean, if they do, I think that'd be pretty cool. Either way, I'll give you guys my thoughts on my final review. That's going to be it for today. Some cool offerings, some cool budget-conscious offerings from Maxace, so use the links down in the description if you want to check them out. That's going to be it. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.